What's up, everybody? Tony Pizza Guy here. We're going to be recapping the top 5 things in professional wrestling today that happened within the last 7 days. Now, this is going to be every Saturday. I don't know if this is with the OMG podcast, but probably what it's going to be with. So what we're going to do here is the top 5 things in wrestling today. All the links of everything that I'm talking about is going to be in the description below, so make sure you check them out. Have a good time. Hit that like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on what your favorite thing of the week was. Coming in at number 5, we have Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan on Monday Night Raw. This was an awesome match, and I may be biased because I was there live for the event, but they're finally giving Daniel Bryan the push that we all wanted to see. Triple H came out and said that Daniel Bryan may be best for business. He might be the best one in the company. They made the match Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton, and Daniel Bryan got the win, but Kane came out and we saw that destruction. But we do have to give a big shout out to WWE for actually listening and giving Daniel Bryan the main event, going over Randy Orton. Number 5. Number 4, you may or may not know about this story, but Jakara Pro Wrestling actually closed, and everybody thought Chikara Pro Wrestling was done. But they actually went the extra mile and closed it for a storyline. That's right, Michael Quackenbush was actually on the Art of Wrestling podcast with Cole Cabana, and he actually opened up about how Chikara Pro Wrestling closed, how it came back, and it's a very, very interesting podcast. You want to listen to it if you are a fan of professional wrestling, all kinds of professional wrestling. Chikara Pro Wrestling taking a huge risk by closing down and then reopening. It's definitely something you want to listen to. This is a tie right here for the number 3 spot, so I guess this is top 6. But first in, Stone Cold Steve Austin on his podcast, The Steve Austin Show, took fan calls, and he said, hey, 15 seconds, let me know your thoughts on CM Punk leaving the WWE, and let me know your thoughts on Daniel Bryan not being in the Royal Rumble. He gives his very, very good, in-depth thoughts on all that's going on in the WWE. It's very, very interesting. You're going to want to check that one out. And also over on Talk is Jericho, Chris Jericho's podcast, he actually talks with Chavo Guerrero, and they talk about Chris Benoit. That's right, he who shall not be named. They talk about him, and it's very, very telling. It's very dark, and you're definitely going to want to go ahead and listen to that. So make sure you check out both of these great podcasts. Like I said, all the links are in the description below. In at number 2, we have the greatest yes lock that I've ever seen. It seriously was. It was amazing. It happened on SmackDown. We had Daniel Bryan versus Antonio Cesaro, and it was the most amazing yes lock ever. I mean, it is. I'm not going to spoil it. You guys got to find the video below so you can check it out, but definitely worth the number 2 spot. And our number 1 thing that happened in professional wrestling this week was the Monsters Ball match, which featured Eric Young versus Abyss. Now, this match was amazing. There was thumbtacks, there was tables, there was everything you love in hardcore matches. There was a sunset flip off the top rope into a pin cushion of thumbtacks. Abyss was bleeding. It was the most amazing thing ever. And there was a twist at the end of the match. It was great. It is my favorite match of this week. It was amazing. There was a lot of really good matches this week, but that one has to take the cake, that Monsters Ball match in Impact Wrestling. Anyway, guys, let me know your favorite moment out of the 5 that I picked this week in professional wrestling, and also let me know, if it's not on the list, what your favorite moment was. We'll be back next Saturday. We're going to recap probably Saturday through the previous Sundays, so that's how the show's gonna go, and that's how it's gonna stay. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Hit that like button, and make sure you go over to omgwrestling.com.